It's not simple. If this were simple, we would not be here. Most of the issues are pretty gray. So how do they do things? You have social media. It's very easy to modify what's on social media if you really put your mind to it. It's very easy to put false information on social media. The most effective way I discovered for a bad guy to get false information out is to take a recognized and respected site and modify it. And that's in fact what the Russians did a little bit in the US presidential election. But if you have a site you really respect and you're good enough to get in there and modify it effectively, subtly, and with sophistication, you are laughing. Now whether or not you use bots or any number of other issues doesn't really matter. What really matters in the end is whether what you are reading is what started off with the author, or whether it was changed somewhere between then and when it reaches your eyes. And there are any number of ways of doing that. And part of the difficulty in dealing with foreign interference is that our law prohibits it, Western law generally prohibits it. But to use an old spy's expression, you can have 37 cutouts. You know, you can have somebody in Vladivostok doing this, and it can go through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countries by the time the effect is felt in Canada. Proving this to the level of the criminal law is virtually impossible. Just convincing ourselves that it's happening is equally very difficult. So what I'm trying to suggest is anything that touches the World Wide Web in any shape, way, or fashion is susceptible of conveying false information, and it probably has been used at one time or other.
And when you talk about altering the information, do you mean false news stories? Do you mean, for instance, the other day I found this fake site that co-opted the Toronto Star logo to hawk Bitcoin stuff? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
No, it's that sort of thing. Or if you have a very respected think tank, which puts out really balanced, respected views on public policy issues. And it's an issue, though, on the other hand, that's quite controversial. You know, people are attacking one another on it. And you modify what's in there in order to just provoke public debate, in order to enrage people, to promote polarization of our politics, that sort of thing.
Okay, that's actually a really good point, because